Hello, my name is Nicholas Poling. This is the developer's commentary for the final build. Let's get into it. Level 6. For this level, I wanted to remind the player how to use the gravity stream as well as keys, because they will be important. Each door has so many keys to get into it, but only so many keys are given to the player right away. They have to decide which way to go. Not that important choice, but felt like I should give the player one. They need to go through all the rooms in order by the end of it to have enough to get in. I wanted to reward if the player falls down here, they will die due to the poison cloud. Again, I wanted it to be early on so that the player knows what to expect for the level. For this portion, I wanted to reward the player that doesn't necessarily need to realize that they don't necessarily need the gravity stream, or that they know how to properly handle the gravity stream. You can use it. If you do use it, you're smart for using it, but there are other ways that are faster, that are easier, that get you through quicker. I wanted the player to use the circuit puzzle here to get the answer to the tumbler puzzle. But if the player is smart enough, they don't need to do it either. Same idea, just using portals for even faster reset. I like placing orange there just because it feels faster to me. Again, reward the player that realizes when to use the gravity stream. They should realize at this point that they have to use it. For at least these two middle ones. The player should realize at this point that they don't need the gravity stream anymore and be able to skip it, because staying inside of it will actually cause more time to be spent when you are trying to, well, speed run the level. Again, circuit puzzle to give the answer to the tumbler puzzle. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And the answer is 0, 0, 0, 0. Top, bottom, middle, once. Now for the final challenge, to be able to get to all the keys and not die. The original intent for the pool for the bottom area to be filled with lava as opposed to poison gas in order for an added challenge, but it was one of those, are we making that part of the level too hard? Wanted the use of zoom there slightly to be able to better place it. Again, rewarding the player to realize that they don't have to use the stream for all of them, but it is required for some of them. Two left. Three, four. Oh no. I use the sliding doors as an opportunity to make sure that the player can't just portal wall onto each of these and just skip the whole level entirely. They have to go back and they have to use the gravity stream. Now, I gave this to the player just in case if they, for whatever reason, decided that they don't want the cube. This ensures that they always have the cube to use instead of just giving them one and then deciding that they don't want it, destroying it, and breaking the game. And that'll do it for right now. This is also my level. It's meant to be the final level of the game, so I wanted to include every single mechanic in an interesting way to force the player to think about what they're doing. I knew it was going to be massive, so we had to have 4 gauntlets for each. So we wanted 4 gauntlets for each of the corner, and then a way to reset. This will dispense 3 keys, and these platforms are on a timer, basically forcing the player to wait and to think about their jumps. They do get desynced because one is on a 5-second timer, and the other is on a 3-second timer. For this area, I was really concerned about giving the player a reset, so I put one portal wall right here and one portal wall over there, and used the portal walls as a kind of reset just so that the player doesn't get locked in at any point. Locked in and having to die or restart the level just to progress. Oh no, I have fallen and destroyed my cube. Whatever will I do? Gives them another cube, gives them a chance to reset. Poison that will kill the player if left to their own. If stayed in there too long, I will show you the lava pool in a second because I am going somewhere. I actually found a way to combine the moving lava platforms as well as the volume, film, whatever that takes away the cube, which is how I got this interesting effect. That's also how I made a moving light bridge, which I will show you in a minute. Use a portal to reset. Wait patiently. The only way to get soft locked is essentially go through here now and press F. For whatever, if the player decides that at that point, I can only assume that they want to get soft locked into the area. So So if they press F right now, they will be locked out of that area and not able to get through. Kinda. It's if they destroy this cube, press F, then they won't be able. Yeah, if they press F right now and then destroy this cube, that area will be cut off. Because even though they will be able to get the cube and open this door, they won't be able to get it actually through the door. And they won't have any real way of getting the portals onto the wall. So they will be soft locked. I had a lot of fun designing this area, getting the right height for everything to be able to hopscotch or leapfrog, however you want to say it, from one anti-gravity stream to the next was a lot of fun to make. I hope the players have a lot of fun playing it as I did making it. Even though it really is just tapping R and holding W as far as gameplay wise, I do think it's fun. Door open, portal up, button exploded, boss went from red to pink. Now let me show you why the lava is important. So yada yada yada, I show the player early on that jumping into the lava will result in death, the poison cloud will result in death and have to restart. But since I know this level is particularly long, we did decide to include a kind of checkpoint. It is tapping R very hard and a lot, but it does eventually work. Ta-da! It is a very long level, so we understand that the player probably doesn't want to do it more than once. So it is the only level where we included those kind of checkpoints. If you go over here, you will find the same kind of door. No way out. No way to open it from this side. So that the only way they can open it is by going through the gauntlet. For this area, I want to start incorporating the wall run, the time platforms, and the keys. And the keys and key doors. If the player does forget the cube, they're kind of screwed. They won't be able to finish the puzzle in the next room. And I did have to give the answer to the puzzle on the wall here. I wonder what's so important about the date. Again, the answer is 1, 1, 1, 2. Such a weird and random date. I wonder why it's so important. Red, purple, now blue. Again, if they die, that door will be open and they will be able to reset. Very long level, we understand. We understood, so we tried to be kind. Again, we are trying to combine concepts. We have my light bridge turned on its side to become an obstacle. We have my elevator turned on its side again to become an obstacle with Scott's wall run right behind it. We have the moving platforms, the falling platforms, keys, and pressure plates. Now for another section I had a lot of enjoyment doing, it's the moving platform and conveyor belts. You did have to crouch to get up here. Because what I noticed accidentally even, if you put the moving platforms on their side, you can create this kind of effect. Now you do have to make sure it lines up properly, because sometimes the laser just doesn't line up. I wanted to use the conveyor belts as a reset to help with the level, but also to create an interesting puzzle of moving the platforms into place to move to be able to bend the laser around corners to open the doors. This was a final challenge, not really a final challenge, but one last thing the player should be able to do in order to win is use the moving platforms to get up here. I combined this area with Demetrius's guillotines that I put on the side for a challenge, the conveyor belt in order to, as an add challenge of don't run into the guillotine. All solved with a quick little hop. Same idea. The bridge is free, but the boss is not beat. Now, even though the gravity stream is hard to get back into that room, I wanted to use it because it creates that visual design of using pillars as markers, like light beam pillars in the sky to demonstrate, hey, you've been here already. You can skip this gauntlet and just quickly get back to where you were. You don't have to do everything over again. Now, if they decide not to press the button, they'll come face to face with a now quote unquote powerless boss. All it can really do is stare at you as you move around. I had wanted to include the boss firing at the player throughout the entire level, but there just was not enough time to really balance that. So we just had to cut it and just end up using this is the true big bad of the whole game. They do that. The last door is open. The conveyor belt whisking them away to the end. They can get back if they want, just hopping like a little bunny. We were worried about it messing with what we were going for of best time recorded kind of thing, but it's how did we want to tick off the player? Did we want a massively long level that was just not fun to play and just too long and those resets being murder? Or did we rather just have it, you can possibly cheat the best time function? Gameplay wise, cheating the best time function is probably the easiest way to go, not likely for people to be upset. Final message, you won, thanks for playing.